What if you met the right person, but never at the right time? What if your whole life changed? Slowly, quietly, on the same day each year? This isn't your typical love story. It's about friendship, timing, and the kind of love that takes years to grow. This is the story of Emma and Dexter, two people who keep finding each other, even as life pulls them apart. A journey through laughter, heartbreak, mistakes, and second chances, all told through just one day a year. July 15th. The story begins on the night of their graduation, July 15th, 1988. That's when Emma and Dexter meet for the first time. They talk, flirt, and eventually share a kiss. It seems like something more might happen between them. But when Emma nervously takes too long getting ready, Dexter assumes she's lost interest. As morning approaches, he decides to leave. Emma is disappointed, not because she wanted a fling, but because she thought maybe there was something real. To ease the tension, they agree to just be friends. They end the night together, not romantically, but lying side by side, talking about life. Dexter jokes that it's Sweden's National Day, so they'll never forget this date. July 15th. A year later, it's 1989. Emma is moving into a new apartment in London. Dexter, now her close friend, helps her unpack. He's still full of charm and optimism, excited to travel and explore the world. Before he leaves, they promise to stay in touch by writing letters. Dexter tells her not to worry, that she'll take over London in no time. But when we see her again in 1990, things haven't gone as planned. Emma is working as a waitress, struggling to make ends meet while trying to become a writer. At her cafe job, she meets Ian, a quirky aspiring comedian who's doing this job to support his dream. As Emma shows him around, he asks her what her dreams are and whether she has a boyfriend. That night, Emma calls Dexter. She vents about how hard London has been, how no one knows her, and how she feels like she's failing. Dexter, now working as a teacher in Paris, tells her that good things take time, and that she just has to believe in herself. We briefly see Dexter visiting his parents. His mother notices all the letters arriving from Emma and gently asks who's been writing to him. With a smile, Dexter simply says, "It's none of your business." A year passes, and now it's 1991. Dexter visits Emma at her cafe. She's still working there, and she admits she was offered a manager role, not because she's great at it, but because they assume she's going nowhere. Dexter disagrees. He tells her she's smart, funny, and beautiful. She just needs to see it. He pushes her to believe in herself, and even suggests they go on a vacation together to shake things up. Emma's hesitant, but the seed is planted. It's now 1992, and Emma finally agrees to go on a vacation with Dexter. She sets the ground rules. Separate rooms. No flirting. No cuddling. Dexter, half joking, agrees. On the beach, Dexter offers to apply sunscreen on Emma's back. And there is an unspoken tension. She dodges the moment, walking off into the sea. Later that night, the truth slips out. Emma admits she had a crush on him. Dexter casually replies, "I knew." Emma decides to leave, but Dexter suggests they go for a walk. Then, suddenly, he jumps into the pool, naked, and dares her to do the same. Emma hesitates, but joins him. In the water, Dexter finally opens up. He says he's thought about them, how things could have been different. For a second, it feels real. But then he ruins the moment, again, by saying, "It's like this with every girl I meet." Emma is hurt. She wanted this to mean more. Then, a couple of kids steal Dexter's clothes. He's forced to chase them, completely nude, through the beach, while Emma laughs behind him. That night, they laugh about how they've broken all the rules. By 1993, Dexter, a flashy TV presenter, partying hard, drinking more, loved by strangers but slowly unraveling inside. Drunk at a party, he calls Emma. He tells her she's the best friend he's ever had. She makes him promise to go home and rest. But he doesn't. He keeps drinking, surrounded by people who don't really know him. In 1994, things start to crack. Dexter visits his mother, now battling cancer. She sees right through him, the showy persona, the empty fame. She tells him she's worried, that he's drifting too far from the good man he used to be. His father adds a warning, not show up drunk again, or don't come at all. Meanwhile, Emma's life is slowly beginning to take shape. She started seeing Ian, the same awkward waiter turned stand-up comic. Dexter tries to reach out. But this time, Emma chooses to celebrate her moment with Ian. A small choice, that says a lot. By 1995, Emma and Ian are officially together. They work together, eat together, but the spark? It's not really there. Meanwhile, Dexter's charm is starting to fade. The media has turned on him, calling him obnoxious, annoying. Desperate, he calls Emma. He offers to send a car just to spend time with her. And Emma, she still cares. But something's changed. You can feel it. The distance is no longer just physical. Their lives are slowly moving in two very different directions. A year has passed. Emma and Ian are now living together in a house they bought. Ian is still doing stand-up comedy, but he is not confident about it. Emma meets Dexter after a long time. Dexter asks her about Ian, but before she can answer, he walks away and comes back. He then asks if she is still writing. Emma says she has stopped and is now teaching students. Dexter jokes, "If you can't write, at least you can teach kids." Emma gets upset. She says he is always distracted and not really listening. She tells him that she is living with someone she doesn't love. She just wanted someone to talk to. But Dexter has changed. She walks away but comes back to hug him. She says it's better if they stay away from each other. Another year passes. Dexter is now working on a game review show, but he is about to get fired. He visits his girlfriend Sylvie's parents. They remember him from his old TV shows and think of him as a joke. That night, they play games, but Dexter mistakenly hits Sylvie. Meanwhile, Emma drinks at home. Ian is drunk too. He has found the poems Emma wrote for Dexter. They talk honestly. Emma admits she still loves Dexter. Ian understands, and they break up on good terms. Another year goes by. Emma attends her roommate's wedding. Dexter is there too, with Sylvie. Sylvie jokes and asks if he has slept with the bride too. Dexter brushes it off and says the past doesn't matter anymore. One of Dexter's old friends offers him a job, but Dexter feels insulted and walks away. He then finds Emma. They sit, talk, and share a drink. They go to a quieter place. Dexter gives her his wedding invitation. Emma realizes that Sylvie is pregnant. She smiles and tells Dexter he will be a great father. They both agree to not disappear from each other's lives again. In 2001, Dexter becomes a father to a baby girl, Jasmine. He accepts the job offered by his old friend due to money problems. Sylvie says she is going out with friends. But in truth, she is cheating on Dexter with his boss. In 2002, Emma becomes a successful writer. Her book is published and people love it. Dexter finds out about Sylvie's affair and divorces her. He then visits Emma in Paris. Emma tells him she is seeing someone new named Jean-Pierre. Dexter feels jealous and hurt. He had come to live with Emma. Emma even tries to introduce him to her boyfriend. Dexter says he will leave the next morning. Emma agrees and goes to meet Jean-Pierre. Dexter watches her from afar, looking sad. But then, something changes. Emma runs after him. She catches up and stops him. She says she thought she had moved on, but she still loves him. She tells him not to break her heart and asks him to stay. Dexter promises he won't leave again. After many years, they are finally together at the right time. A year has passed. Dexter now owns a small cafe. He and Emma are finally together, happy, engaged, and building a life. His ex-wife, Sylvie, is now married to his old boss. But she still brings their daughter, Jasmine, to spend time with Dexter. Emma loves kids, and every time Jasmine visits, she lights up with joy. One day, Emma tells Dexter that she wants to have a child of their own. They start trying full of hope. Another year goes by. They are still trying, but Emma is tired and frustrated. One day, she lashes out and says hurtful things in anger. Dexter tries to stay calm. Later, Emma calls to say sorry. She tells Dexter she didn't mean what she said. Dexter understands. He's just happy to hear her voice. But tragedy strikes. While riding her bicycle home, Emma is hit by a truck. She dies instantly. Dexter listens to her last voice message, unaware she is already gone. A year later, Dexter is not the same. He's heartbroken. He drinks, picks fights, and struggles to keep going. One night, he comes to Sylvie's house, beaten and drunk. His daughter, Jasmine, is scared to see him like that. Dexter's father later talks to him. He tells Dexter to keep living, to live as if Emma is still with him. Dexter says he doesn't think he can, but his father quietly replies, "That's how I've lived since your mother died." For 10 years. Another year passes. Dexter is back at the cafe, running it peacefully. On July 15th, the day Emma died, Ian visits. He's now married, has a child, and works a normal job. Ian says he doesn't like this day. He talks about Emma. He says she always smiled around Dexter, and that's when she was the happiest. Ian admits Emma made him a better man, and for that, he's thankful. Dexter starts remembering. He goes back to where it all began, the day of their graduation. He remembers their walk, how Emma took him to the top of a beautiful hill. They joked, laughed, and talked about nothing and everything. Dexter hinted they could continue what they started. Emma agreed, and they ran back to his house. But his parents had come home early. Before she left, Dexter asked for her phone number. Emma smiled and gave it all, every detail, so they would never lose each other. Now, years later, Dexter takes Jasmine to that same hill. He tells her, "This is where I came with Emma a long time ago." Jasmine asks if he misses her. Dexter says, "Yes." He tells her, "You're my best friend now." Jasmine laughs and says Sylvie is her best friend. Dexter smiles and asks if he's really that bad. She doesn't answer. Instead, she puts on music, and they sit together quietly remembering. And that's how this story ends. Not with a grand gesture, but with love, memory, and one simple date that meant everything. July 15th, the day they met.